Hello Aquarius, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, I am Nicole. It's lovely to have all of you. Real quick, run through this, get this spiel over with. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, and shared the channel. For those of you with personal donations, you are fantastic. I appreciate you guys. And for those of you who are interested in personal readings, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. And you can go to holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. So I just want to say thank you so very much in all the ways you support the channel, guys. It's been incredible here lately. You're amazing. Thank you for your faith and trust in me. Aquarius, this will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well, guys. Discern the messages, reverse the rules that applies. Remember, the timing is non-existent in tarot, right? We're all on different timelines, so discern it accordingly. Aquarius, hop right into the messages. Spirit is showing me this release with you guys of Spirit is calling it inner knowing and your desires. And you feel, or you could feel like right now that you are letting off steam or trying to find ways to let off steam and kind of recalibrate yourself right now. Side note, this is your weekly reading from November 13th through the 19th. I did not want to miss any of those messages that were coming through. So this is your weekly. Mid-months will be coming out here very shortly. But anyhow, this integration essentially, right, of this, whatever it is that's been burning within you, this knowing that something has to be let go of. This, I know that we're in the new moon. We're still dealing with the new moon energy. It was just yesterday. But with that, this energy is a big key factor, is so that we can move forward, that we're resolving ourselves to the past. We're releasing, we are liberating ourselves of the past. And I feel like that this frustration, and that's really the word that I'm getting, frustration that has come in, and it's like you could feel the emotions coming in and putting the fire out. So if you've been angry, upset, resentful, anything that even some of your passions right now, you could feel like the fire is dying out from that, right? It's like all that water energy puts the fire out, and you've got smoke. And I don't know if it was the daily message or something else that I had mentioned something very similar to that. But this is really what's coming through, Aquarius, is it's like time to purge, it's time to clear, it's time to cleanse. The emotional focus this week is there. Things coming to the surface, feeling like they're spewing out of you. There's a lot of power behind those emotions too right now. And when I say that, it's almost like stuff that's been hardened and tucked away for a very long time. Thoughts, feelings, desire, how you resonate with the world, Spirit is saying, it's almost like coming up through the root chakra and forcing itself up and out. So again, it could feel like a massive purge that's just coming through very heavily for you guys. So take that how it resonates, be aware of that. Spirit is also bringing my attention to the fact that you do not want to allow this emotional purge to stop you in your tracks. That this is just a release, right? Just a release, right? But this is to move you forward. So don't get stuck. Because I feel like for some of you, this feeling that comes in is like Spirit is calling it unprofound, unrealistic to you, that you could feel a specific way about things. But it's divine guidance. You are being divinely guided right now, Aquarius. So allow that to flow through you so that you can release what needs to be let go of, okay? So let's grab some cards here. So those are the intuitive messages right off the bat. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know this week? Spirit, November 13th through the 19th. What is Spirit is saying in their focus? What is in their focus? Limitless, and what's trying to pop out? Healing. You may have put a time cap on certain situations in your life where, it's like, I broke up with so-and-so 2 years ago. I should not feel anything about this situation anymore. I could have had a fight with somebody that I loved 2 years ago, and this should all be done and over with. And it's not. The emotions that are part of it are not over with. They are coming to a close, but they're not done. And there's things that you need to resolve yourself to, and it's to open you back up to love, to open your heart space up to the flow. They're showing me, if any of you are familiar with Tantra, which is not the Kama Sutra, right? Everybody gets, I don't think everybody, but a lot of people confuse it. It's not necessarily sexual in nature, but it is the divine flow that we emit through close connections with others as well as ourselves. There's the flow that runs through the right and the left, and it's to give and to receive. And it's letting yourself open up to that emotional connectivity with yourself and the world around you. So, you know, and to heal this, it's like, you may not realize, Aquarius, or have realized in the past how much does flow within you. And that may be a little shocking. It may feel like a tower moment. It may feel very alarming, very unexpected. But it's okay. I just want to say to you, it's okay. You know, you guys aren't really an emotionally charged sign, but this Scorpio new moon, I think, has taken a lot of people for a ride. And I said last week, I think it was, that this moon was going to be extremely powerful, and it is. So don't downplay what you know to be your truth. Don't downplay what spirit is showing you, and do not downplay the emotions that you feel at this time, because at one point you had these before. I'm thinking back to the daily reading I did a little while ago today, the inner child. How did you feel as a child? Were you open, creative, loving just by nature because that's what we're supposed to be? And that could be taking you back down to a self-discovery of you, right? Self-discovery. Spirit just said that the self-discovery aspect of this for you, Aquarius, is a very strategic point to this reading for you, is what Spirit is saying. It's like they're strategizing how to get to you. Okay. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know this week, Spirit? What is in their focus? What needs to be in Aquarius's focus? What is it that Aquarius needs to know? This is connecting, or the need to connect with your soul tribe. The need to connect with people who understand you. And Aquarius, and I say this in the most loving way, you guys are very free thinkers. You don't see things the way other people, the way you communicate it is not the same. And that can be, your love language is not typical. We'll call it that, okay? Your love language is not the typical, is what Spirit is guiding me to say. And that love card was on the bottom when I was shuffling, and it shuffled back out. Discern where you put your love. Discern who is worthy of that love. It's not that you're not capable of giving love and receiving love. It's about the investment as to where it is going. Ingenuity. It is asking you to really think about where it is that you have given those connections to in the past. It's asking you to recognize those like-minded souls. Did they have a sense of not just a victory for the self, but a victory in the sense of everybody? I do think, Aquarius, that there's probably been 2 to 3 people in your life, and I'm going to say in the past 10 to 11 years specifically, maybe 9 to 11 years, I'll give it that grace, that you've actually had people coming to your life without excessive motives that are self-serving. And I feel like you touched upon that. Maybe you didn't see it clearly at that time, because, you know, when we get into toxic patterns and habits, those things that are not healthy for us become a habit for us. It's like a smoker. We know that we're not supposed to be smoking. We know that it's not going to help us. It's not healthy. But yet we go back to it, whether it's just to, in our heads, you know, decompress, take a time out, your nerves are shot, you know, whatever excuse that you come up with. Same thing here. You go back to the people and the places and the things that hurt you initially, to where you almost have to, you know, those things that come in with genuine love and care and unity. feel like you can't trust them. It feels like you can't trust it because you're not familiar with what comes out of the other side of that. So it's like, go back over those 9 to 11 years and discern where these people might have popped up, and they may have spoken a very foreign language to you, something that you didn't understand. I will say this, once you recognize who those people are, I do not think that there is a point of reconciliation if they have distanced themselves or you had distanced yourself. I don't feel like there's a reconciliation of that, but they were meant to be a catalyst for you to understand the overall picture. I hope that's making sense for you guys, okay? Because it was pure intentions. It's white, pure intentions. But you could have been very stubborn about how you interacted. You could have been very stubborn, and you are that fixed sign, right? Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. You guys are stubborn in that energy of you see it your way, so there's only one way to see it. But I do think that there had been people that were genuinely trying to love you and show you what genuine connection was. And again, that could have been, it may have felt untrustworthy to you, okay? 11:11 on the clock. This portal could have been very important for you guys. It was important for everybody. All right, let's dive in a little deeper here, Aquarius. Spirit for Aquarius, November 13th through the 19th. Guys, I apologize that these are getting out a little later than some of the other signs. There's just a lot to do. All right, Aquarius, let's take a look. Justice, that fair, balanced energy, right? Could be authoritarian as well as what Spirit is giving me. Again, there were times where somebody or something else was coming in to try to change you up. So I would say, again, go back that 11-year period, move forward. Where did you see those connections happening at? It was meant to shift you into a more even-keeled space of understanding with this Hangman. You have to see it in another way, in another light. That just because that you have dealt with these energies of the past that have left you high and dry, doesn't mean that that's everybody's intention. And I know in our world today, right, like we see a lot of that. It's very self-serving, but it doesn't mean that everything is that way. Maybe they're few and far between, but still, it still exists, right? So what else goes with this Hangman and the Justice card? I'm going to take Temperance. Again, that balancing energy, the space to heal. The Temperance is very much about the space to heal. Sagittarius energy, you've got Libra energy, and you've got Pisces energy here, along with the Four of Swords, which is all about healing. It is connecting with our inner selves to do that healing work. I talked earlier about that water and that fire, right? That emotional energy drowning out the passion, the intensity of what is going on. The water energy itself could feel intense. That could be what's taking over. You take a look at that Temperance card. There it is again, showing itself, right? The Three of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Taurus. I will say this as well. This is the card of Taurus up here, and it is those threes. I'm going to show this card to you so you see what I'm talking about. The Sisterhood card. It is right there. It came out in the sideways position, and also I'm going to read it that way. Tower. Again, these people were unexpected people coming into your world, trying to communicate the same to get you to move, to get you to do that inner healing work. And I think the focus could be around maybe a longing for one of these people specifically to reconnect. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, Aquarius, but again, I'm going to reiterate, I think those ships have sailed. So this is about you doing it differently moving forward, really taking in the presence and the awareness, even if it is something that you don't understand. And you guys, again, have very inquisitive minds. But again, right? Foreign language, foreign concepts, things that you just did not understand how deeply they ran. And again, it was the catalyst, or to be a catalyst for this emotional healing that is now being brought to your awareness in the here and now. I would be mindful of any connections that you've made in the past couple of years. Too, Spirit is bringing that to my attention. Not all of those people that surround you are there for your higher good. They're there for their own good, is what Spirit is saying. So be very discerning. Pay attention. We're talking about keys, and now keys could be in the metaphorical sense, like the keys to wisdom, the keys to knowledge. to unlock, decipher, decode things as well. But I think for some of you in the 3D plane, they could say, here's my keys. Like, it's almost like they're trying to show you that you can trust them somehow. But I would be mindful. If you have someone going, here's my keys, here's my this, it's almost like they're trying to suck you in. And I don't know where that's coming from, Spirit, thank you. But the keys, there's a key to unlock and there's a key to hide things. Okay, so again, you place that where that fits for you. And as I'm saying this, the Knight of Wands, he's not my favorite knight. Like, he's never been my favorite. He's impulsive, right? So it's kind of like somebody around you could have tried to get you to make impulsive decisions. The Six of Swords is here. There's something about this that is calling you to move away from it. Or maybe, if you talk to this person, every day for the last 3 to 6 months, all of a sudden you're feeling like, oh, I'm going to message them. Nah. There's something that's energetically pulling you away without you even realizing it. Okay, so again, place that where it goes. What is the Six of Swords about, Spirit, for Aquarius? There's a fear of being direct with something or somebody here. And I do think, you see the typical Four of Cups is like not realizing what has graced you, right? Or what Spirit is trying to give you. This particular deck, I kind of see it as tiptoeing around emotions, not wanting to see the truth of a situation, trying to hide that kind of thing. That's Knight of Wands on the bottom again. You could be trying to make a intellectual, concerted effort to kind of fly under the radar to get out of a situation as well right now. Trying to be very strategic in the moves that you are making to get out of this. You could be dealing with an older female energy as well. For some, gray hair doesn't have to be, but that's what Spirit is giving me. But they could come across in a darker sense. But it's time to move away from that. Spirit is saying that somebody could be a neighbor to you too. So it doesn't have to be family and love. Our partnerships are with everybody, not just, in a romantic kind of sense, but being mindful of this older female energy that comes in, and they could be very strategic. I remember I said about the keys, are they giving you something? Are they trying to like coax you in, kind of like the neighborhood cat? Let me get you my pretty kind of vibe. Be mindful of that energy. Because it's like there's something, again, that's trying to pull you away from that. And it's like, I need to fly under the radar during this situation. There's a motive that is tied to them for their own emotional fulfillment. And you're kind of getting pulled into it. Okay, so be aware of that this week. Or even, Spirit saying, even next week. This could have happened last week, right? Be mindful. All right, future energy for the sign of Aquarius, please. 10 of Swords. I do believe as you distance yourself, you could be dealing with somebody who gets angry and frustrated with you as well. 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. There's that devil energy. So it's like this end that is coming in for you could be part of that release. There could be devilish, kind of ties, toxic kind of ties that have held you in a situation together. Again, there's an awareness that's coming in. The emotions are kind of starting to take shape and go, this has served us, this has not. This is a pattern, this is a habit, this is a routine when it comes to specific people. 5 of Cups can leave you feeling emotionally drained, right? Feeling lost, regret, lack, to what you thought was going to be ultimate fulfillment. An abundance of your emotions. And I will say to you that maybe 3 months ago, somewhere again, they keep bringing up that time frame for whatever reason. This could have been a period of time where you thought this was leading you in a unified direction to genuine happiness. And, I know, guys, that sometimes I feel, again, the need to say something, that how do I want to put this? What I give you sometimes is extremely difficult messages and not the most uplifting and rainbows, butterflies, unicorns. I'm not here to give you that. I'm here to give you the truth of what is in your energy. I am here to help you understand and awaken to the energies that you're dealing with so that you can work through them and be in a better space to help yourself. I can't do it. Nobody else can do it. You have to do it. But this is to bring forefront, center, and into your awareness of the healing work that we have to do and the realities of the situation as to how these people come into our lives, right? The healing journey is forever a work in progress. And I do believe and trust in what Spirit's giving me, that there's sorrow attached to this. You've got 2 10s and a 5. The equivocal change that has to occur here. The devil energy, those toxic patterns, the details, the devil is in the details. I've felt myself and Spirit giving that to me so often recently. Like if you look at the very detailed aspects of situations, why they have played out the way that they have, and Spirit is saying that there's more to come, and in regards to that, it's about the knowledge of the Queen of Swords, right? It's becoming your awareness. It's becoming decisive about how these things have played out. You know, mental obscurities as well, mental destruction with this 10 of Swords, how it leaves you hanging up in your head and feeling, you know, those attached to that 5 of Cups is how it's left you feeling emotionally drained when it's said and done, when all you desired was the 10 of Cups. You know, so I hope that's making sense for you guys at the deepest level possible here. But it wasn't fulfillment. It was a falsified, you know, that devil, and it's reminding me of the Tower. It's a false sense of security in what it is that you had. And you do, like, in this now, and this is reflective, 4 and 6, Roman numerals, they're reflective. They are showing you how these foundations have been false, that your healing is realistic. The emotions that you feel for a situation, the passion that you thought you had, the fire that was burning, was a false sense of security. And when our emotions come in, that tells us exactly how we feel. And if we get clear about it, we know the why. Then we are free to not repeat these things, because now we've got this inner awareness even of our own devil energy, right? Because we've all got it. We've all got the pros and cons. I don't care who you are. And I don't care if you're sitting, you know, on this side and you've done the work and you're going to continue to do the work. So, you know, it's like accountability for the own part that you've played in this, and then understanding how not to return to those senses before, because it's not who you want to be. It's not where you want to be. And it's not where the hell you want to stay and go back into. So, all right, Spirit, what's the advice for Aquarius here for this week, November 13th through the 19th? What is this for Aquarius? 11/11 again. There's that 11/11 again. Check, you know, I won't necessarily say that this past Saturday for the 11/11 portal was, an event that happened, but I do think that with that 11/11, prayer or something in regards to, you could have felt like you were outcasted by something around that time, or you felt like you didn't belong to something. There's a reason that you feel like you don't belong, because you're not supposed to be there, okay? Worth and have faith. There you go, Aquarius. If you feel like you don't belong, it's because you're dealing with the people that are not on the right frequency. They're not in your frequency. All right, Spirit. Advice for Aquarius. Break free. I'm telling you, I feel like these emotions are a large part of what is breaking free within you and for you. Also, when you feel the urge to move away from something, it's time to go. If you feel like you don't belong, it's time to go. Once things become uncomfortable and not in a healthy sense, it's time to go, okay? Stop focusing on the past, start focusing on your future, Aquarius. Resolution. This resolution, Spirit is saying, is coming from within you. It's learning how to hold out faith and hope and what it is that we actually want, the way that we desire it to be. Once you start moving forward, it may feel very heavy from time to time, but know that that feeling of the burdens, the weight on your shoulders, they're going to start to loosen up. It won't be as heavy as it once was. It's just going to take some time, and giving yourself compassion. I've seen this card so much. I'm going to tape it to my forehead. Give yourself the same grace and compassion that you would try to give to somebody else. Okay? One more card, please, Spirit, for the advice for Aquarius this week. What else does Aquarius need to know? Yeah. I said it's time. Break free. It's time. Extra confirmation of the same. It's time. It is time to make this forward movement toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it into the world. You're ready. It is time. Manifest your new beginnings and detach from the past. Aquarius, it's time to get moving. Plain and simple, it is time. The time is now. I like your reading. It may seem a little heavy, but I like where it takes you when you follow it. You know, when you go through the emotions, you deal with creating new passions, let these old ones die out that have not served you, and start anew. I love this energy for you guys. I hope this video resonated and provided, good messages for you all. If you're interested, again, in personal readings, that information is found in the description box below in the About section of the page. holisticallyzenwv.com. Subscribe, like, comment. Feel free to share your story as well. I'm wishing you guys the very best, and I will see you on the mid-month. Take care. Bye.